This is a review of the portable air conditioner. Firstly, a brief description of the unit. As you can see, it is just over 30 centimetres, maybe 31, deep and the same wide. It's approximately 68 centimetres tall and weighs 24 kilograms, although as it's on casters and at the sides here and at the other side there are handholds, so it's quite movable. At the front, obviously you won't get this brown paper. It's just there to show how blowy the fan gets when we're going, and of course we get an instruction manual with it too. The top again has a display panel, and you can also touch the buttons to operate it, but as I'm blind, it's a lot easier for me to use the remote control, which only has 7 buttons, so it's pretty easy to do. And because I'm blind, I've got somebody else taking the video, because otherwise it won't, goodness knows what we'll get. But first of all, I forgot to remember, I've got to plug the thing in, which I should have done before starting recording, but never mind. It will display here the room temperature, the current room temperature. And if we set it to, yes, we've got to turn it on first, first of all, I will show you the rear of the unit, which the long tube obviously carries the expelled air, and the tube is approximately 1.7 meters and goes to a window unit there, which, to be fair, does work better with a sash window rather than the more traditional casement, but you can get a kit to be able to put the hose through the wall, which we may do in the future. The other hose carries the water from here down to a tank in the bottom, which I think holds about 3 litres. It's just a pull out, push on thing, and once the tank is full, you can drain it using that into a bowl or whatever. So we'll plug that back in. It's just a push on, like I said. There are 2 air filter things here which just come off, and you can wash those and then dry them and then put them back in place, which is relatively simple to do. And there's one again at the bottom which does the same kind of thing. Right, so now I will turn the unit back around and grab the remote, and we'll turn it on. The total noise level, I think, is something like 65 decibels, so it's not unconsiderable. As you can see, the paper is fluttering quite nicely, and I think that's on the lower speed. It's got 2 fan speeds, so if I push it up, that is the higher speed, but I'll put it back down again because it's quite noisy. It does take a couple of seconds to react to anything you tell it to do, including turning it off. Right, it has 3 different modes, which you will be able to watch from the lights on the top. The main one is cool, which obviously is to cool your room down, and if I press a button to lower the temperature, you can see from the display that it is setting a lower temperature for the room to reach, and Yeah, it's slightly cooler. It isn't the warmest of days outside, so that will account for it, but yeah, it's definitely cooler. Another option it does, which I will show you on the lights, is what they call dry. This means it dehumidifies the air. It won't cool the air, just dehumidify it. And the third and final function is just as a fan. So it just circulates the air that's already in the room. So we put it back on cool, and if I put the fan up to high again, so you watch the lights, and it has what they call a nighttime mode, which if I press that, in a few seconds the lights dim and the fan goes down. So I think that's most of what I need to do. The louvers at the front you can move up and down to direct the air, and also there is a lever inside to move it from right to left, so that I don't know how well that shows on the thing, but that's another option. Now, as I said, when you give it a command, it beeps straight away, but it takes a little while to react. So if I press stop now, it just takes that couple of seconds, hopefully, to turn off. Or maybe it doesn't turn off when you night mode. Oh, it does. There we go. So that basically is as much as I can tell you about the portable air conditioner. Hope you found it useful.
condizionatore va posizionato a circa 30 cm dalla parete, va collegato ad una presa possibilmente senza adattatori o prolunghe per ragioni di sicurezza. Una volta acceso ci sono tre modalità possibili. La modalità pull, in cui si può regolare la temperatura desiderata e si può regolare anche il vento ad alta o bassa velocità. Poi successivamente c'è la modalità DEU, ovvero il deumidificatore in cui temperature e umidità non possono essere impostate. L'ultima modalità è la modalità ventola, in cui si possono modificare l'intensità dell'aria. Per la notte c'è la modalità sleep, che abbassa notevolmente il rumore e prevede lo spegnimento dei LED. Si possono regolare autonomamente le bocchette di fuoriuscita di aria a proprio piacimento, sollevando questo tastino. Si può impostare anche un timer over per l'avvio e lo spegnimento entro 24 ore. Il condotto d'ingresso dell'aria si collega tramite una modalità di scorrimento sul retro del condizionatore ed è necessario collegare il tubo di scarico dotato nella confezione ad una bacinella che raccoglie l'acqua di scarico.